Hi everyone! I wanted to talk about Pinterest penalties in this video. There are some things you can learn mostly from your own experience and from trial and error. But certain mistakes can cost you a lot of traffic if your account gets a suspension or is permanently closed. So I hope that after watching this video, you will avoid some of the experiments I've done on my account, which didn't end up in a good way. So I learned my lesson hard, and I wanted to help you avoid those critical mistakes. You see, the problem is that internet is full of all kinds of recommendations about growing your Pinterest account, such as this follow-unfollow game, for example, or all these posts with attractive titles claiming that you can fully automate your account with Tailwind scheduling, and you don't even need to check into Pinterest platform for months. All this kind of nonsense and other things I will address in this video, along with some mistakes you might be making even unintentionally on Pinterest. So let's demystify all of these outdated or untested Pinterest tips, some of which are just rumors or simply misleading information. Here is the list of mistakes we're going to talk about in this video and in the next video lesson. First is pinning everything with schedulers. Then it's using stolen images for your pins. And the third one is sending too many private messages, especially if you include links in them. The fourth one is deleting your boards instead of archiving them. Then it's repinning stolen pins. And the last one, it will be a big block of mistakes, a whole bunch of mistakes that you could generalize by the title of as lack of consistency. So I'll talk about all of them in these videos, and let's move to the first one. First mistake many bloggers commit as soon as they purchase subscription in one of the schedulers is setting up pins a month in advance and not even checking their Pinterest account. So they're pinning everything with schedulers. I have a video in this course dedicated to manual pinning. I'm not advocating here for exclusively manual pinning because I don't follow it myself, and I don't think honestly anyone has time to pin everything manually. But please don't fall into the illusion that some bloggers try to create in their posts where they advertise schedulers. I don't know why they do it, maybe for the sake of the affiliate commission they might get from Tailwind or whatever. They create this illusion that you don't even need to spend time on Pinterest site or Pinterest application. You just need to schedule everything in Tailwind and forget about Pinterest for the next 30 days. Trust me, Pinterest will not be happy with your account if you treat it this way. Your traffic will inevitably tank. Let me just show you a screenshot of my blog's traffic. So I've been using Tailwind since I started blogging, and I was pretty happy with it until I started noticing that my traffic stopped growing. And then I learned about manual pinning method. It happened around the last week of August 2017. And see what happened with my traffic in September? My traffic almost tripled from one month to another, and since then it stayed at a high level. Just because I added manual pinning to my daily routine on Pinterest. The second mistake that a lot of bloggers make is using stolen images. Maybe they don't even understand that these images might be considered stolen. So if you cannot afford buying paid stock images to use them as background for your pins, at least use images which are offered in free stocks as free images. Don't just go to Google image search and take whatever image you like there. Because if an image has been indexed by Google, it doesn't mean that there is no copyright owner who will track you down one day and complain to Pinterest. In the video tutorial about Canva, I give you links to some of the free websites with stock images. But if you still want to use Google for this purpose as well, at least do it safely. Let me share with you this little hack for Google image search here. Alright, so you need to go to Advanced Settings in Google Search. And then you scroll down to Usage Rights. There you need to choose the filter with the setting free to use, share and modify even commercially. This means that if you sell some products or services on your site and you use these free stock images, the copyright owner allows you to use them even on your commercial website. Why you should be worried if a copyright owner complains about it? Well, because in the worst case scenario, Pinterest might even block your account. Do you know what happens if someone files a DMCA complaint for an image used on Pinterest? Well, Pinterest doesn't share in public any specific number of complaints they need before they shut down the account. But rumors are that after the third confirmed DMCA complaint, the account can be closed permanently. So this is pretty dangerous game. And it's worth checking really well if your image is free and if you can use it for commercial purposes. Then another mistake that many bloggers make completely unintentionally on Pinterest is sending too many private messages with links to their site. You know, people sometimes reach this limit when they're trying to apply to multiple group boards and they send messages to board owners. You might feel like giving a link to your site is a good idea so that the board owner could check the quality of your content. And maybe it is, I agree here, but Pinterest's spamming alarm will be triggered after about 3 messages with links. I believe so. And you're risking to get your account suspended for such a simple and genuine thing. You probably don't even think that it might be alerting Pinterest about anything. So if you send messages to group board owners, just try to avoid sending direct links to your website. Then another mistake that many Pinterest account owners do is deleting their boards. The best advice here would be to archive them. If you realize that some of your boards are irrelevant to your main niche and you don't see any point in adding new pins to those boards, it's better to get them out of the public attention. You might think that it's okay to simply delete those boards, but it's not so safe as you think. A lot of your followers didn't follow your entire Pinterest account. They followed just 1 or 2 boards matching their interests. So when you delete a board, you lose all those users who followed specifically that board. So your following goes down. To avoid this, until recently I would just make a board secret. But now Pinterest has another option. You can archive a board. It will hide it from your Pinterest account completely, but you still have this board among the other boards, and your followers will not be lost. I'll show you very quickly how you can archive a board and how you can later find it if you want to bring it back to public. So just follow my actions here on Pinterest. All right. Let's continue talking about other really bad mistakes you might be doing on Pinterest without even knowing, and we'll talk about it in the next video.